we have a little chat about my experience of playing City Skylines 2. Wow, I've got some news to share with you. So I'm in a Discord server along with Colossal Order and Paradox, where we're given info about upcoming DLCs, content creator packs, that sort of thing. Also, sometimes we're asked to help test these out and that sort of thing. But when the news of Cities Skyline 2 test was suddenly dropped on us, I was absolutely blown away. So as with a normal Steam game, given Steam keys, it had a secret project name, and we all had to sign NDAs.
All right, cut the music. Okay, look, let's just stop. I'm tired of it.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I know all you dudes and dudettes have to be as well. My name is Shawn. I like to build things in City Skylines. The trailer, and 2 months later, still, no news, no gameplay, no nothing. Seems like all we can do is blindly speculate. I can't take the drought anymore. But I remembered that, some of the City Skylines pros have played an early access version of the game, right? A late pre-alpha build right before beta. They have all signed NDAs and can't say or reveal anything about the game unless instructed otherwise. However, they all also have trailer analysis out, right? If you watch the pros' reaction to the trailer without knowing they have played the game, then it seems like a casual speculative review, right? But if you rewatch with that fact in mind, then they're had to be something that they have mistakenly let out by accident, revealed, hinted to, alluded to. I mean, something, right? Even if they didn't mean to. And maybe they did mean to. So while we are over here with a trailer and a dream, they have actually played the game. So naturally, I'm curious as to how they managed to dance around commentary while not exposing anything from the trailer, right? So I started with Biffa, and let's just say I'm glad I did. And, yeah, skull bash that like button, because your boy may have uncovered a few secrets from loose-lipped Biffy boy over here, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, I'll find more pro trailer analysis that gives away secrets, and then I'll cover those channels as well, so let me know in the comments. But Biff is one of my favorite YouTubers, he really is, and it pained me to see him try to struggle once I rewatched the trailer with the fact that he's played the game in mind. So to do this, we kind of have to go a little bit ahead. Okay, so we have to start at 9 or 10 minute mark to get his commentary about the secret Discord server and his private access to the alpha version of the game, which proves that he's played the game, proves that he knows about the game, and then watch the trailer. He gives his trailer analysis first and says the whole time it's just an opinion, right? So if you watch that, normally it might seem just like a speculative, hey, I just got this trailer and I'm speculating just like everybody else about what's going on. But really, he's played the game and he has a contract forcing him not to say anything that he's not allowed to, right? And it becomes obvious within the trailer once we watch it. The segment is very vague and it seems like a normal reaction. But if you watch it back with that information that he is making the commentary, having already played the game, is when this thing takes on a whole new outlook. I love Biffa's content, and it's obvious he was trying so hard not to give things away that he wasn't allowed to talk about, especially after watching the trailer knowing he had played it before. That had to be painful. So let's let him explain that he has played the game, and we will watch his reaction with that in mind afterwards. It will have a different outlook on you, I promise.
So what's my own personal story with City Skylines 2? Well, sit back, grab a cup of tea. I've got a tale to tell to you. So I'm in a Discord server along with Colossal Order and Paradox, where we're given info about upcoming DLCs, content creator packs, that sort of thing. So I can put together prepared videos to release for you lovely people. Also, sometimes we're asked to help test these out and that sort of thing. But when the news of Cities Skyline 2 test was suddenly dropped on us mid-2021, with what I'm going to call the alpha test around August 2021, I was absolutely blown away. Of course, like any City Skylines fan, I'd always hoped that something was up their sleeves. So being allowed to take an early look at City Skylines 2 was just amazing. Now, the one thing that has been confirmed in the trailer, the one new thing, is Seasons. Now, that wasn't in the alpha version that I got to play, so it's great to see that since I've played it, even more new things have been added. So, as with a normal Steam game, given Steam keys, it had a secret project name. I'm not going to share what that is. It wasn't called City Skylines 2, just in case somebody saw it in our Steam library, of course. We all had to sign NDAs, which I think we'd signed a long time ago anyway, so there'd be, you know, serious repercussions for any leaks or anything like that, but I would just assume losing our close relationship with Colossal Order and Paradox would be punishment enough, so I'm pretty sure no one's going to be leaking anything and breaking those rules.
Okay, so there you have it. The secret Discord server and his access to the alpha version of the game. It is alpha, but it should be complete enough for him to know certain things for a fact. Man, what I wouldn't give to be a fly on the wall of that Discord server. Holy. But okay, let's go ahead and roll Biffa's reaction to the trailer while keeping in mind that he has played it before, reacting to the trailer. And he has to hold back because of the NDA. And then let's see what hints and secrets he may allude to, which may or may not come true. But if I was to take anyone's speculation to heart, it would be a pro who was invited to play the game early. I'm just saying. All right, so let's go ahead.
Oh man, I've watched this trailer so many times. Right, okay, here we go. Those chords at the beginning, there's certain chords in music which really get you in the feels, and they pick some good ones. Here we go.
It's time to start from the beginning. Yet evolve into something new.
Now, I thought that was very clever, because a lot of people, all they want is City Skylines 1, you know, on steroids, with everything we had from City Skylines 1. We want it all in City Skylines 2. And I thought, start again from something new and evolve into something different, or whatever the voiceover said. I think that's very clever, and I think that's something we need to keep in mind going forward. It also said not actual gameplay. I'm wondering whether some parts of this are.
Alright, so almost immediately he stops and doubts that the trailer isn't all not real, right? Some things are real and have been mixed with and rendered in Unreal and other editing softwares, right? He will refer to this a bit throughout.
I'd like to think this roundabout is. If it was, those graphics would be brilliant. But yeah, has a story, so maybe we're branching out into a bit of storytelling.
A world created by you.
This, I get an idea, might be real, that sort of animation.
He hints to the roundabout not being real, but then says the building animation probably is. It just seems like a hint of something he has not experienced with his own eyes, and then alludes to something he has visually seen, perhaps, right?
Of building. This isn't. You can tell these are sort of CGI. I mean, you'd have to have flipping two 4090 Ti's and RTX everywhere for that. This coming out of the water, I'm thinking. I don't know. I think that's a mix, you know, of... Let's just go back. I think this is a mix. I could be totally wrong. Don't forget. I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm thinking this might be... Because you see how it moves down, this here. I think this is all a city. I think this water and the sky is like CG. That's just my opinion. But looking at that, it just makes me go, oh, so excited. So excited.
This skyline shot, Biffa believes, is a mix of building assets of the skyline itself being mainly real, but the water and sky obviously being rendered in for the visual effect. It makes this distinction like very clear, and if he has played it, then why would he emphasize this but really have no clue at all, right? So, like, if what he says isn't right, then what game did he even play? You know what I mean?
Oh, let's keep going. Still got seagulls. Got to have plenty of seagulls. Now this is something that is definitely in the game that I can talk about, and that's Seasons. So this is going to be actual in-game gameplay. So let's just watch this little bit here. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. We go through them all, and we're starting to see a bit of this logo up here as well appear. But this little bit here, so this along the back, that is in city in the game engine, I'm sure, because this must be in the game engine, this bit here. It does look different from the rest.
And inspired.
So what I'm hoping is As we can see, all of this changes, and we see we've got snow on top of the buildings. These don't sort of change much, although it is hard to see whether we get sort of snow. And we can see that building animation again, look.
Okay, so right here he exposes his earlier comments as purposefully vague because he has, you know, like as soon as Seasons appears like on the screen, he's all about what he's allowed to talk about, right? But all about before that, it's just my opinion, right? So this leads me to believe that when he says X may be in the game, then it probably is in some form, but he isn't allowed to concretely say so because he has to preface it with, it's just my guess, guys. Then he goes on to point out that the building animation again, but he really is unsure, guys. Come on, right? Like he is secretly dropping without breaking the contract. That's what he's doing.
Going on over here, which is good. But I'm hoping that as the seasons change, it's not just a visual thing, that it has some sort of effect on the rest of the city. That we will see. But we can see that looks brilliant. Again, that amazing building animation. I think this is rendered, and I'll tell you why. It's because we've got buildings like crammed in the middle of other buildings here, which I don't think you'd normally be able to do and would make no sense. So, yeah.
All right, next he points out possible real building assets, but acknowledges the rendered building behind it as fake. There's not really much to argue with here. I think he's spot on, and it's kind of just like another hint from our boy Biffy, right? So this is pretty this is like, it's almost textbook for him at this point in time. If you watch it keep that thought in mind that he's already played it, right? So he's looking at something that he's already seen in the game and just trying to find a way to tell you without telling you.
Expand way
But
up
I love
high.
that. It's looking really, really
And
cool.
bring life to your creations.
Oh, but we can see some of the recognizable buildings that we're probably going to get similar things to what we've got now, which I think look brilliant.
New worlds to
This I think is in the game. I mean, I'm saying that. I might be completely wrong on all of it, and none of it is. This I think's in the game. Not too sure on that one. Let's hope we actually get reflections of what's in your city, or at least something a bit more. I don't know whether that's ever possible. I'm just thinking of reflections in the game, reflecting what you've actually built, the processing power behind that, all the people playing on their laptops and, yeah, 1060 graphics cards. This, I think, is in the game. Again, might not be. Plenty of seagulls. That looks great.
Here,
That, I think, is in the game.
you are the visionary.
Once again, just to reiterate, this is just my personal opinion. Here comes all the logo. This, I think, is taken from the game, but then is like a stylized version of maybe a screenshot or something. Again, might be entirely wrong, but...
And lastly, he has to make it obvious that this is just his opinions and speculation, but he only says that because he is getting ready to tell you that he played it, right, in the next portion of his video. So hey, I played the game, but I have no clue what is or isn't real in the trailer. It's kind of just like my opinion that I said that I would say when I signed this contract, right? That is true, kind of, but you also have to say that even if you knew for a fact what was or wasn't real, you wouldn't say it anyways. This is why all larger YouTubers don't make speculation videos about City Skylines 2. Yes, they have to finish their builds before the launch, but also they can't say anything, and it's obvious Biffa was trying to secretly drop his hints. We will eventually see, you know, what he alluded to and if it will be right, you know, in the coming months or whenever the game finally drops, right? But it is just, you know, try to tell me that you haven't played the game. Tell me that you've played the game without telling me you've played the game, right? It's like, so, you know, anyways. Regardless, when you watch the whole thing back and you see the whole picture as I see it, then you can see how certain things just stand out as subtle hints from Biffa about what is or isn't real. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry for late upload. You know, life stuff happened. But, you know, things like that happen. And until next time, piss off.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't